It's your boy Hi-Fi Vega, back again, and this time we're here to talk about the Old School SPL Challenge. I want to kind of cover the general rules, some frequently asked questions, and at the end of the video, I'm going to show you my first run, my quote-unquote baseline run, where I just throw something in my S10, the vehicle I'm going to be using to meter my scores, and see what it does without any prep at all. And then we'll try to, in later videos, build upon that, figure out what my resonant frequency is, figure out where's the best mic placement, which way I should face my enclosure, all that type of stuff. So this will be my baseline. We'll see where I'm at, just doing nothing, throwing an enclosure in there, put an amp on it, see what I get. Let's start with the rules. The rules are pretty simple, and I'm just going to kind of rehash them. Derek's releasing a video that is going to explain the rules as well. So rule number one, the amplifier has to be 2005 or older. So that's rule number one. We made this rule because we wanted more participation. We originally thought about doing it 2000 or earlier, but there's a lot of people that just don't have those amps and wouldn't have the means to go out and get those amps, but they may have something from 2005 and earlier. All right, the second rule is when you meter your score, it has to be on the windshield area, anywhere on the windshield with the doors and everything sealed. So it's a completely sealed legal score on the windshield. The third rule is that your speakers cannot be in front of your B pillar. So anything that is in front of your B pillar is considered a walled class. And the reason that we do that is just to try to even it out somewhat. So if the enclosure is within 12 inches of the lowest part of your headliner, it will be considered a walled class. The walled class, there is no certain walled class. So the walled class is the 251 to 500 watt category. We only have 0 to 50 watt category, 51 watts to 100 watts category, 101 watts to 250 watts category, 251 watts to 500 watts category. That includes the walled class. It is not a separate class. The way we are rating that category is what your manufacturer's ratings are at 4 ohms stereo. Now this can be at 12 volts, this can be at 14.4 volts, as long as it's published reasonably on the internet in the manufacturer's manual or on usedprice.com or something like that. Like I just mentioned, usedprice.com. If you don't know when an amp's made, check usedprice.com and find that specific model under the Car Audio Blue Book section. If you cannot find it there, post it up on the Facebook group and I will check my directories as I can, and other people may have an idea or may be able to help you as well. So definitely check out usedprice.com first. That's the easiest way to get it. A second frequently asked question is, can I use old subs? Certainly can. Another question is, do we have to use old school subs? Now here's the thing. You do not have to use old school subs. You can use any subs in any quantity you want. We are basically going off old IASCA classes back in the day, or at least when I was competing. Now, we've had a lot of people talk about they would like to see it mandated old school subs, and we're just not willing to do that at this point because it's too hard and it's too much to keep track of. But you should gain some advantage from using some old school subs if they're very efficient and they were meant to work with these amps. And that's assuming they're in good condition and they're not dry rotted surrounds or bad spiders. So another frequently asked question we have is, do I need to take all the amps out of my car besides the sub amp, which is what you would have had to do back in the day in like an IASCA or a USACI or a Mecca? No, you do not. This is based on the honor system, so we're just trusting that you're telling us the truth, So we're just counting the sub amp. You do not need to take the rest of your amps out. Just tell us what the sub amp is. Another tip on this, or this is mostly a requirement, and we need you to videotape. It can be anything from a Facebook post to a YouTube video, a link. We just need video footage of you doing a walk around of your SPL run showing, number one, the amp that you're using, number two, the mic placement on the windshield, and number three, that your subs are behind the B-pillar and it's not like a walled box. So those three things are important. The quality of the video doesn't matter. It can be 480p, 720p. It does not matter. But we need a video. This is on the honor system, and I don't want to field a bunch of questions about why is his score up. He doesn't have a video. So help me out. Help us all out. Take a quick video on your cell phone. Upload it to Facebook. Upload it to YouTube. Share a link to the Facebook group. That's how we'll get your scores up. When you post a score, tag me in the post, and I will update it as soon as I can. You know, it may take me a few days. Sometimes I get busy doing this and that. So tag me in the post. When you upload it, share a link, whatever. I'll watch the video, verify your score, and put it up. Outside of that, you know, I just want to say that if your intention of joining this contest is to just win and, you know, just have all the glory and that type of stuff, this might not be the contest for you because, like I said, it's on the honor system. So there could be several different things that aren't fair or quote-unquote fair, but this is not a fair competition. This is a competition where someone could use 10 or someone could use 50 Concept 97.3 amplifiers and be in the 0 to 50 watt class. You know, they could, if they had 50 of them, they could dominate every class. So just keep that in mind, okay? We are going to have prizes. Our buddy Jason Nisley had donated a Polk PAD 2000.2. That will be one of the prizes for one of the classes. I believe Derek's going to throw in an amp as well, something he's tested. That'll be a prize. Our buddy Byron Chambliss is sending me a couple SMD meters, so those meters will also be a prize. I'm still reaching out. I will try to get some more prizes. We will for sure have a prize for first place in every single class. So I will guarantee that, whether I had to come up with something myself or not. And if you are willing to donate a prize, or you're a manufacturer or anything like that watching this, please help me out or help us all out and donate a prize. If you want to, that'd be great. If you don't want to, that's fine as well. So let's jump straight into my old school SPL run. Now remember, this is my baseline run. I just want to get a number on the board. There will be a series of videos in which I kind of show you what I plan on doing to make this score better. What are my methods? How I'm going to do it? You know, is it the same as people do today? Is it the old school way? I don't know. I'm not sure how people do it today. I'm just going to show you what I know. So I'm going to use, for this run, the Sony XM2252HX, which is a 2-channel amplifier, Sony Explode, rated 150 watts by 2 F4 stereo, which will put me in the 251 to 500 watt class, also aka the wild class as well. This is the only amp I have available to me at this moment to test, so I'm going to be testing with that, and I'm going to just throw my ISO box in my S10. I'm not going to worry about port placement, anything like that. I'm just going to slap it in there, see what it does. I've got my mic passenger side. I hadn't checked the placement whatsoever. So this is truly a baseline run. I just want to see where I'm at. No tuning, no trying to figure anything out. So let's jump to that video, and then I'll come back with my final conclusions. Okay, for my baseline, quote-unquote baseline, demo run in the S10, I wanted to kind of show you guys my setup here. Obviously, I've got my test bench hooked up. I'm using the Sony XM2252HX. This will put me in the highest category, the 251 to 500. I'm not going to be using this deck, but I will be using that power supply. As you can see, all my power is run through the door, and it's shut. The ISO box is in there. That'll be what I get my baseline from, and I will be controlling the source unit right here with this little unit. So let me walk you around the other side so you kind of see what's going on. Please excuse the huge mess the S10 is. The carpet's trash, and yeah, she needs some work, but the ISO box is in there.
My source unit is right here, and I killed about 25 wasp right there earlier. So you guys thank me for this test, but yeah, let's get it done. I'll seal everything up. I'll be in here while it's doing the run just to see what it does. Okay, we're gonna do our run. This will be our baseline run. No adjustments, no tuning, nothing like that. As you can see, I've got the CD player on. I've got my iPad as a source. I've got my meter just kicking it over there. I do not know what the best spot on the windshield will be, but the windows are sealed. This is just kind of our baseline run here. I'll show you that the window is sealed. And yeah, it's pretty hot in here. Please excuse the garage. I've got everything moved in there, and it's an absolute disaster right now. I haven't got a chance to clean it up. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and shut this clip off. We'll start another one just so you can see the meter run. I will have to unplug my lapel mic as well because this mic cannot handle loud bass. So let me kind of set my phone up and we'll do our first run and see where we're at completely sealed. High score was 137.1. That is not a bad score at all for no tuning whatsoever. I don't know what the resonant frequency is in here. I don't have any of that information. I'm actually pretty happy.
Shout out to my $6 or more Patreon supporters: Allison McCullum, 2001 Monolithic, The Third Era, G Nava, Joaquin Juarez, Paul Smith, Rick Quattlebaum, William Berg, CT Sounds, Byron Chambliss, The Car Audio Guy, and Jason Zemer. For as little as $2 a month, you can get on the team and get exclusive Patreon-only content not available on YouTube. If you want to help me with my goal of one new patron a week, please check me out at patreon.com/highfivega.